Real growth happens when we shift our focus from impressing others to genuinely improving ourselves. Working in silence helps us concentrate on the journey, not the destination. In a world full of noise and distractions, working quietly can help you keep your eyes on the prize, minimizing interruptions and allowing for deeper focus and commitment. Small, consistent efforts compound over time. When you're focused on working hard behind the scenes, you build a strong foundation that fuels long-term success. Success speaks for itself. By keeping your head down and working in silence, you allow your achievements to make the loudest statement without the need for constant updates or validation. Silent work requires patience and resilience. It teaches us to stay dedicated, even when progress seems slow or when there's no one around to cheer us on. When you're not constantly broadcasting your work, you're less likely to fall into the trap of burnout from oversharing or feeling pressured by others' expectations. Working silently keeps you grounded and connected to your goals. Working in silence fosters humility by keeping us focused on growth, not external praise. It builds confidence by proving to ourselves that we can achieve things on our own terms. There's something satisfying about achieving success quietly. When others finally see the results, it's often more impressive and inspiring. Silent work allows you to adapt, experiment, and make adjustments without external pressures or judgments, creating a healthier environment for genuine progress. Working hard in silence builds a legacy that lasts. Instead of seeking temporary recognition, you're working toward lasting impact and results that people will remember long after the applause has faded. Focus on the process, not the applause expended more lengthy without adding any handing. When we dedicate ourselves to the journey of growth, we often find that true satisfaction comes not from the applause of others, but from the incremental progress we make each day. Focusing on the process means embracing every part of the work, including the setbacks and the small victories that often go unnoticed. This approach allows us to concentrate on the skills, insights, and resilience we build along the way, rather than merely aiming to reach the finish line. The act of working quietly without seeking validation at each step gives us the space to fully commit to our development. When we're not distracted by external opinions or a need for recognition, we can channel our energy into genuinely improving ourselves, setting goals that push us further. This process-oriented mindset encourages us to see each challenge as an opportunity to refine our abilities and deepen our understanding, rather than simply as a means to earn praise. As we grow more focused on the process, we learn that true mastery and fulfillment come from within. The journey becomes a rewarding experience in itself, allowing us to achieve a sense of accomplishment and inner satisfaction that external applause alone could never provide. Embracing the process over the applause cultivates a quiet confidence, building a foundation that supports sustainable growth and lasting success. In a world saturated with distractions, staying committed to our work can be challenging. The constant influx of notifications, social media, and daily demands can pull us away from our goals and scatter our attention. When we let these distractions dictate our focus, our productivity and drive can suffer. Every time we shift our attention to something unrelated to our work, we're losing valuable time and momentum, which can make it harder to stay on track and see our projects through to completion. Working hard in silence requires the discipline to cut out distractions and create an environment that supports focused, uninterrupted work. This means setting boundaries around our time and learning to prioritize tasks that move us closer to our goals, rather than getting lost in small, inconsequential activities. Whether it's setting specific times to check messages or creating a workspace that minimizes outside noise, taking intentional steps to reduce distractions helps us maintain our focus and fosters a stronger sense of commitment. Staying committed also requires a clear understanding of our why, the reason behind our work. When we know our purpose, it's easier to resist distractions and push through obstacles. Commitment becomes a choice we make repeatedly, a way to reaffirm our dedication to the path we've chosen. Each time we decide to focus on our work instead of letting ourselves be pulled away, we're reinforcing our commitment and strengthening our resolve. This approach also teaches us to be present in each moment, immersing ourselves in the tasks at hand without worrying about external validation or immediate results. As we work in silence, without broadcasting our efforts, we develop a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction that comes from within. Staying committed, even when it's difficult or when progress feels slow, builds resilience. By focusing fully on the work in front of us, without allowing outside influences to derail us, we're better able to achieve our goals and enjoy a sense of accomplishment that is deeply rewarding. Achieving mastery in any field doesn't come from a single burst of effort. It is the product of consistent, dedicated work over time. Consistency allows us to build on what we learn each day, accumulating knowledge, skill, and experience that layer together to create a deep understanding. Every time we show up, regardless of how motivated we feel or how difficult the work seems, we're making a small but significant step toward our goals. This steady progress is often invisible to others, and sometimes even to ourselves, but over time, it compounds into real expertise. When we work consistently, we create habits that reinforce our focus and commitment. These routines, no matter how small, keep us moving forward, even on days when enthusiasm wanes or distractions arise. Each practice session, every task we complete adds to a growing foundation of skill. Even on days when we feel like our work is slow or ineffective, sticking to our routines keeps us connected to the bigger picture, allowing us to continue improving incrementally. Consistency also strengthens our resilience. In the pursuit of mastery, setbacks and plateaus are inevitable. There will be times when our progress stalls or when it feels as though our efforts aren't yielding results. The journey to mastery is one of persistence, and consistency is the driving force that keeps us on that path. It allows us to accumulate knowledge and skill at a steady, manageable pace, building a foundation that can withstand challenges and setbacks. By committing to regular focused practice, we cultivate a quiet strength that grows over time, empowering us to reach new levels of expertise and fulfillment that wouldn't be possible without the discipline of consistency. Letting success be the noise is about allowing our results to speak for themselves. Rather than seeking validation or acknowledgement along the way, this approach encourages us to focus on doing the work and achieving our goals without the need for constant recognition. Working in silence and letting our accomplishments shine on their own creates a sense of satisfaction and pride that isn't dependent on external applause, but on the quality and impact of what we achieve. When we focus purely on the work, the time and energy we would otherwise spend on self-promotion can be redirected toward deepening our expertise, refining our craft, and making genuine progress. This approach creates space for introspection and self-assessment, allowing us to focus on our growth rather than on how others perceive our journey. Each accomplishment becomes an opportunity to look back on the dedication, discipline, and effort we've put in, fostering an inner sense of achievement that is both meaningful and enduring. Success that emerges quietly often holds a special kind of power. When we achieve something significant without the buildup of attention, the results tend to speak even louder because they stand on their own merit. Others are more likely to notice and appreciate the depth and authenticity of our work when it arrives unannounced. This can create a more genuine form of respect and admiration as people recognize that our accomplishments are the product of true dedication rather than of seeking approval at each step. Allowing success to be the noise also helps to keep us grounded and humble. By focusing on our goals and keeping our heads down, we become less likely to be swayed by the praise or criticism of others. Instead, we learn to trust in the process and in our own judgment, which can build a quiet confidence that is unshaken by external opinions. This humility can be an asset in our journey as it keeps us open to learning and improvement, helping us grow in ways we might not if we were overly focused on validation. Patience and resilience are two qualities that form the backbone of any meaningful pursuit. In a world that often values speed and instant results, learning to be patient and resilient can feel challenging, yet it is precisely these qualities that sustain us through setbacks and uncertainties. Patience allows us to embrace the process, recognizing that true growth and success are not instantaneous, but rather the product of consistent effort over time. It teaches us to appreciate the gradual, often unseen progress that adds up, helping us to stay committed even when results are not immediately visible. Resilience, on the other hand, gives us the strength to face difficulties without losing our sense of purpose. Challenges are inevitable in any worthwhile endeavor, and resilience enables us to navigate these obstacles without being discouraged. Each time we encounter a setback, we have a choice to give up or to push forward with renewed determination. Resilience is what allows us to choose the latter, using each challenge as an opportunity to learn and adapt. This ability to recover and persevere not only builds our character, but also deepens our resolve to achieve our goals. Together, patience and resilience create a powerful foundation for long-term success. Patience prevents us from becoming frustrated by the slow pace of progress, reminding us that each small step brings us closer to our destination. Resilience, meanwhile, equips us to handle the unexpected twists and turns of the journey, ensuring that we don't give up when faced with adversity. The combination of these qualities enables us to stay focused and motivated, even when the path forward seems uncertain or difficult. Another benefit of cultivating patience and resilience is that they allow us to build inner strength. When we no longer need immediate results to validate our efforts, we gain a sense of calm and confidence that comes from within. We become less reactive to external pressures and more grounded in our own values and goals. This inner strength helps us maintain a steady course, no matter the obstacles, and empowers us to keep going, even when it feels like progress is slow. In today's fast-paced world, burnout has become a common issue for many people driven by ambition and the desire to achieve their goals. When we push ourselves constantly without pausing, we risk depleting our energy and enthusiasm, which can lead to burnout. Staying grounded is one of the most effective ways to prevent this. It involves creating a balance between our aspirations and our well-being, allowing us to work hard without sacrificing our mental, emotional, and physical health in the process. By staying grounded, we can approach our work with a sense of calm and stability, preserving the energy we need to continue making progress over the long term. Staying grounded often starts with self-awareness. It means being mindful of our limits and understanding when we need rest. Taking regular breaks, maintaining healthy routines, and setting boundaries around our time and energy are crucial steps in this process. When we prioritize self-care, we create a sustainable rhythm that enables us to work effectively without exhausting ourselves. Recognizing when we need to step back allows us to recharge, which in turn enhances our focus, creativity, and productivity. This balance ultimately leads to more meaningful and lasting achievements because we're not constantly running on empty. Grounding ourselves also involves staying connected to our purpose. When we remember why we started our journey in the first place, it becomes easier to maintain perspective and resist the urge to overextend ourselves. This sense of purpose provides motivation and direction, giving us the clarity to prioritize what truly matters instead of getting caught up in unnecessary pressures or distractions. Staying grounded in our values and goals can prevent us from overloading our schedules with tasks that don't align with our true objectives, allowing us to focus on the work that is genuinely fulfilling. Another essential aspect of avoiding burnout by staying grounded is cultivating a sense of presence in our work. When we're grounded, we're fully engaged in the present moment rather than constantly thinking about future outcomes or past mistakes. This mindfulness helps us to approach each task with fresh energy and attention, making our work feel less overwhelming and more manageable. By focusing on one step at a time, we reduce the mental burden of worrying about everything at once, which can be a major source of stress and exhaustion. Groundedness also fosters resilience. When we maintain a balanced approach, we're better equipped to handle challenges as they arise. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks or overwhelmed by obstacles, we can respond with a calm and steady mindset. This resilience helps us navigate difficult moments without losing our motivation or sense of purpose. Staying grounded gives us the strength to keep going without feeling like we have to constantly push ourselves to the brink, allowing us to approach challenges with patience and composure. Cultivating humility and confidence is a delicate yet powerful balance that significantly enhances personal growth and success. These two qualities, while seemingly opposites, work in tandem to create a foundation for genuine achievement. Humility allows us to stay grounded, recognize our limitations, and remain open to learning. It helps us acknowledge that no matter how much progress we've made, there is always more to discover, more room for improvement. Confidence, on the other hand, empowers us to trust in our abilities, take risks, and embrace challenges without fear of failure. When we nurture both qualities together, we develop a healthy self-assurance that is rooted in a realistic understanding of our strengths and weaknesses. Humility is essential for continuous growth because it encourages self-awareness. By staying humble, we avoid the trap of arrogance or complacency. We recognize that there is always room for development and are more open to constructive criticism, new ideas, and feedback from others. This mindset enables us to stay curious and eager to learn, which fosters personal and professional development. Humility also helps us maintain respect for others and acknowledge their contributions, which can lead to deeper relationships and collaborations that accelerate our growth. Rather than seeing others as competitors or threats, humility encourages us to view them as opportunities for learning, helping us build stronger, more supportive connections. On the flip side, confidence plays a critical role in our ability to act on our knowledge and pursue our goals. Without confidence, even the most talented individuals may hesitate to take risks or step outside their comfort zones. Confidence allows us to take action despite uncertainties, trust our decisions, and believe in our capacity to overcome challenges. It's the inner strength that pushes us to move forward, even when faced with failure or setbacks. Confidence also shapes how others perceive us, influencing how we are treated and how our ideas are received. When we present ourselves with confidence, we inspire trust and respect in those around us, which can open doors to opportunities that might otherwise be inaccessible. The key to cultivating both humility and confidence lies in self-reflection and emotional intelligence. By regularly assessing our actions, thoughts, and feelings, we can recognize when we need to humble ourselves or when we need to step up with more assertiveness. This balance enables us to remain grounded in our values while confidently pursuing our aspirations. For example, humility allows us to learn from our mistakes and stay adaptable, while confidence provides the courage to take bold steps and challenge ourselves. Together, they create a powerful combination that helps us navigate the complexities of life with grace and determination. In practical terms, cultivating humility and confidence means recognizing and appreciating our achievements without becoming overly self-congratulatory or complacent. When we achieve success, humility reminds us that we are part of a larger picture, that our accomplishments are often the result of teamwork, timing, and support from others. Confidence, however, allows us to acknowledge our role in that success, to celebrate our efforts, and to continue striving toward bigger goals. The ability to enjoy our successes without becoming arrogant and to pursue new challenges without fear of failure is what makes these qualities so complementary. Success is often sweetest when it comes as a surprise to others, not because of the validation it brings, but because it signifies that the journey toward achievement has been one of quiet dedication, hard work, and perseverance. When success is unexpected, it highlights the power of working in silence and remaining focused on the process rather than seeking constant recognition. The element of surprise adds an extra layer of fulfillment because it shows that our efforts, often unseen and unnoticed, have borne fruit. This kind of success carries a unique satisfaction, as it demonstrates that the outcome was not based on external validation, but on our intrinsic motivation and determination. When others are surprised by your success, it can also underscore the importance of consistency and patience. Most people only notice results when they are fully realized, often overlooking the slow, steady efforts that have been made behind the scenes. This type of success highlights the value of putting in the work without seeking immediate applause. It speaks to the idea that over time, small, consistent efforts can lead to significant accomplishments, even if no one is watching or acknowledging the progress. It's a reminder that true success isn't about flashy moments or grand declarations, but about quietly building something of value over time. Another aspect of success that surprises others is that it often challenges preconceived notions or assumptions. People may underestimate the effort or potential behind a quiet worker, not realizing the depth of commitment and skill involved. When success finally emerges, it can shatter these assumptions, proving that appearances can be misleading. The unexpected nature of this success can also inspire others, showing them that it's possible to achieve greatness without needing to broadcast every step of the journey. It shifts the focus from external validation to personal growth and inner strength, making the achievement even more powerful. This kind of success is also gratifying because it reflects a deeper form of mastery. When success is anticipated, it can sometimes feel shallow or anticlimactic, as if the effort was part of a known or predictable trajectory. But when it takes others by surprise, it often reveals the depth of the skills, resilience, and strategies that were cultivated along the way. It becomes a testament to the quiet persistence, strategic thinking, and attention to detail that went unnoticed but ultimately led to a significant outcome. It's not just about the final result, it's about the journey of continuous improvement that led to an unexpected breakthrough. Staying adaptable and continuously improving are two essential principles that ensure long-term success in any endeavor. The world around us is constantly changing with new challenges, technologies, and opportunities emerging all the time. In such a dynamic environment, the ability to remain flexible and open to change is crucial. Adaptability allows us to pivot when necessary, adjust to new circumstances, and continue progressing despite the obstacles we may face. It helps us not only survive, but thrive in uncertain or challenging conditions. To stay adaptable, it's essential to develop a mindset that embraces change rather than fears it. Change can feel uncomfortable or disruptive, but it also presents opportunities for growth. By shifting our perspective and viewing change as a chance to learn something new or improve an existing process, we create the mental space to handle challenges with a sense of calm and curiosity. Adaptability is about being proactive, anticipating change, and being prepared to adjust our strategies, methods, or even goals when the situation calls for it. It's about remaining fluid in the face of adversity rather than rigidly sticking to a plan that may no longer be relevant or effective. Improvement is closely linked to adaptability because it requires us to reflect on our progress and adjust our approach based on what we learn. No matter how skilled or knowledgeable we become, there is always room for growth. Complacency can be a barrier to success as it stops us from seeking out new opportunities to improve or refine our skills. A commitment to continuous improvement means actively looking for areas where we can enhance our capabilities, whether through acquiring new knowledge, practicing more effectively, or stepping outside our comfort zone to take on new challenges. Continuous improvement also involves learning from mistakes and setbacks. Each failure is an opportunity to evaluate what went wrong, identify what we can do differently, and apply that knowledge going forward. This process of self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal and professional growth, allowing us to learn from the past and apply those lessons to future endeavors. Rather than viewing mistakes as signs of failure, staying adaptable and committed to improvement encourages us to see them as valuable learning experiences that contribute to our long-term success. One of the key benefits of staying adaptable is the ability to remain relevant in an ever-changing world. In fields where technology or industry standards evolve rapidly, being adaptable allows us to stay on top of emerging trends and new ways of doing things. This willingness to evolve ensures that we don't become obsolete or left behind as the world progresses. For instance, someone who embraces technological advancements and seeks out opportunities to learn new tools or methods will continue to be in demand, even as their industry shifts. Conversely, someone who resists change may find themselves struggling to keep up, unable to compete with others who have adapted to new circumstances. Adaptability also fosters resilience as it helps us navigate difficult times with greater ease. Life often presents unexpected challenges, whether personal or professional, that require us to adjust our expectations or our approach. By staying adaptable, we learn to bend without breaking, finding new paths forward when the original one becomes blocked or difficult to follow. This resilience helps us remain focused and motivated, even when things don't go according to plan. It gives us the strength to pick ourselves up, reassess, and try again, rather than giving up or becoming discouraged. At the same time, continuous improvement drives us to stay ahead of the curve. It keeps us competitive, not just by acquiring new knowledge or skills, but by fostering a mindset of progress and innovation. People who focus on improving are always looking for ways to do things better, more efficiently, or more creatively. This mindset makes them more adaptable as they're constantly experimenting with new ideas and techniques to improve their outcomes. By always striving for improvement, they're not only developing new expertise, but also sharpening their ability to navigate change and uncertainty. The process of staying adaptable and keeping improvements going also involves embracing feedback. Whether from mentors, colleagues, or even failures, feedback provides valuable insights into areas where we can grow. Being open to constructive criticism and using it to refine our approach helps us make adjustments and continue on our path of improvement. Without this willingness to listen and learn, we can become stagnant or even resistant to necessary change, hindering our ability to grow. Building a legacy is a long-term endeavor that requires consistent effort, purpose, and commitment, whereas temporary recognition often focuses on fleeting achievements or public acknowledgement. The difference between the two lies in the depth and lasting impact they leave behind. While temporary recognition may bring immediate praise or attention, it is often short-lived, fading away once the novelty has worn off. On the other hand, a legacy is built through sustained actions, values, and contributions that have a meaningful, lasting influence on others in the world. A legacy transcends time and is remembered not because of momentary success, but because it represents something much larger, something that endures beyond an individual's lifetime. A key aspect of building a legacy is focusing on what matters most, both to oneself and to the world. This involves prioritizing long-term goals over short-term rewards and aiming to make a difference that will continue after the initial recognition has faded. Many people are motivated by the desire for instant recognition, whether through awards, accolades, or applause, but this kind of recognition is often contingent upon external factors and can be easily forgotten. In contrast, a legacy is grounded in purpose and is often a reflection of one's character, values, and dedication to making a meaningful impact. It is defined by the actions taken and the integrity demonstrated over time, rather than by the immediate praise one might receive. Building a legacy often involves a selfless commitment to something greater than personal accolades. It requires working diligently over time, often without the immediate rewards or acknowledgement that can come with more temporary achievements. This may mean making sacrifices, working behind the scenes, or continuing to give even when no one is watching. The process is not about seeking approval or validation, but about staying true to one's principles and contributing to something that has lasting value. Whether it's through mentorship, social change, innovation, or artistry, those who focus on building a legacy are not motivated by external recognition, but by the desire to leave a lasting, positive impact on the lives of others. One of the key elements of a legacy is the ability to inspire future generations. Those who build legacies are often remembered not just for what they accomplished during their lifetime, but for how they inspired others to follow in their footsteps. The work that one does to build a legacy can encourage others to continue the mission, to uphold the values, or to take the lessons learned and carry them forward. It becomes a ripple effect, influencing others to take on challenges, push boundaries, or pursue their own sense of purpose. This ability to impact others, often long after the person is gone, is a defining characteristic of a true legacy. In contrast, temporary recognition tends to focus on individual achievements and milestones, often placing emphasis on accolades that may be quickly overshadowed by new events or accomplishments. While receiving recognition can feel gratifying in the moment, it does not necessarily lead to long-term change or personal growth. Recognition is often tied to specific visible achievements, such as winning an award, achieving a goal, or being publicly acknowledged for success. These moments, though significant, can be fleeting. Once the recognition subsides, it can be easy to feel as though the momentum has been lost or the success has been forgotten. By focusing on building a legacy, individuals often take a longer view of success. They work towards something that transcends personal gain and extends far beyond their own lives. A legacy is built through consistency, vision, and an enduring commitment to principles and causes that are larger than oneself. For example, historical figures who are remembered for their contributions to society, whether in politics, education, science, or culture, left legacies because they worked toward goals that had a lasting effect on the world. These figures did not necessarily seek recognition during their lifetimes, but their actions were so impactful that they continued to influence others long after they were gone. Another important aspect of building a legacy is that it is often tied to one's ability to overcome challenges and setbacks. The process of building something lasting often involves struggles and obstacles that test one's resilience. Temporary recognition, by contrast, is often reserved for those moments of success when things go right. A legacy, however, is shaped by how someone handles adversity, persists through difficult times, and continues to move forward despite setbacks. This resilience becomes an integral part of the legacy itself, as it demonstrates a strength of character that can inspire others to persevere in their own journeys.